Did you know that the United States, known for its hospitality and friendliness, also has a flip side? Yes, it's true. Despite the warm smiles and welcoming arms, there are pockets of the US where visitors might not feel as embraced. Unbelievable, isn't it? Some states have garnered a reputation for being a tad unfriendly. This is based on factors like perceived rudeness, less than stellar hospitality, and poor reviews from tourists. Curious to know which states made the list? Stick around as we count down to the number 1 most unfriendly state. Starting off our countdown at number 10 is the state known for its breathtaking mountains and crystalline lakes, yet it seems to have a bit of a frosty reputation among travelers. Nestled in the heart of the country, this state is as renowned for its natural beauty as it is for its less than warm reception. Now, don't get us wrong. It's not that the folks here are outright rude, but you might find that they're not exactly falling over themselves to roll out the welcome mat either. The locals tend to be a bit reserved, keeping to themselves and often appearing standoffish to outsiders. There have been a few anecdotal tales of tourists feeling a bit left out in the cold, with stories ranging from unhelpful shopkeepers to less than enthusiastic restaurant staff. And while it's true that these experiences don't define the entire state, they're enough to earn it a spot on our list. Despite its beauty, this state seems to have a bit of a prickly side. Moving on, we have the 9th state on our list, which is, drumroll please. Yes, it's that unexpected one. Known for its picturesque landscapes and bustling cities, it may come as a surprise that it's also notorious for its unfriendliness. Now don't get me wrong. This state has its share of sunny smiles and warm welcomes, but it seems that they are few and far between. You see, the locals here have a reputation for being a bit, well, icy. From curt responses to an overall lack of warmth in interactions. It's no wonder this state has earned a spot on our list. It's not uncommon to hear about visitors being met with an indifferent shrug rather than a helpful hand, and the tales of unhelpful shopkeepers and grumpy waitstaff. They're more than just urban legends here. So, if you're planning a visit here, you might want to brace yourself for some cold shoulders. Now, let's dive into the middle of our list with the 8th, 7th, and 6th most unfriendly states. Our journey starts in the Northeast, in the state of Massachusetts. Known for its world-class universities and rich history, it's a surprise to see it on this list. But the locals' infamous masshole demeanor and notorious road rage have earned it the 8th spot. It's not uncommon to be met with a cold shoulder, rather than the warm, welcoming smiles you might expect in other states. Moving westward, we land in the sprawling landscape of Nevada. Now don't let the glitz and glamour of Las Vegas fool you. The state as a whole has a reputation for being unfriendly, landing it in the 7th spot. Apparently, what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas, including the courtesy. High crime rates and a lack of community spirit contribute to its unfriendly reputation. But hey, at least you can try your luck at the slots. Next, we fly over to the Garden State, New Jersey, our 6th most unfriendly state. Despite its moniker, the Garden doesn't seem to be blooming with friendliness. Often overshadowed by its neighbor, New York, New Jersey has developed a bit of a chip on its shoulder. Infamous for its aggressive drivers and brusque locals, it's no wonder it's earned a spot on our list. But remember, these are generalizations. There are always exceptions to the rule. You might stumble across a friendly face in Massachusetts, a good Samaritan in Nevada, or even a courteous driver in New Jersey. But overall, these states have a reputation for being less than friendly. So, there you have it. From the icy demeanor of Massachusetts, the gamble of friendliness in Nevada, to the brusque nature of New Jersey, these states have earned their spots as the 8th, 7th, and 6th most unfriendly states in the US. It seems like these states could use a lesson or two in Southern hospitality. We're halfway through our list, and the states only get more unfriendly from here. Hold tight as we reveal the 5th and 4th most unfriendly states. Now, landing at number 5 on our list, we have the state known for its stunning landscape and breathtaking mountains, but not for its warm welcomes. We're talking about Montana. This state, known as the last best place, might be a paradise for nature lovers, but when it comes to friendliness, it seems to be lagging. It's often said that locals here are more interested in their cattle than in making new friends. It's It's not uncommon for out-of-towners to feel a bit out of place. But hey, if you're into solitude and stunning landscapes, Montana might just be your cup of tea. Moving on, the fourth most unfriendly state is the heart of the Midwest, Kansas. Now, we know what you're thinking. But isn't the Midwest known for its friendly folks? Well, not in the case of Kansas, it seems. This state, known for its wheat fields and tornadoes, has a reputation for being less than welcoming. It's often said that the people here can be as unpredictable as the weather. One moment it's sunny smiles, the next it's icy stares. There's a saying in Kansas that goes, if you don't like the weather, wait 5 minutes. If you don't like the people, wait 5 minutes. It's humorous, sure, but it's also indicative of the state's reputation for unfriendliness. Both Montana and Kansas have their unique charms. There's no denying that. The mountains of Montana are undeniably beautiful, and the vast wheat fields of Kansas can be stunningly serene. However, when it comes to a warm and friendly atmosphere, both these states seem to be lacking. So, there you have it. The fifth and fourth most unfriendly states in the US are Montana and Kansas. It's a bit of a bummer, sure, but remember, every state has its pros and cons. And who knows, maybe you'll be the one to turn the tide of friendliness in these states. These states may have their charm, but they're not winning any awards for friendliness anytime soon. As we enter the top 3, the states get even more unfriendly. Brace yourself for the third most unfriendly state. Now, we're venturing into the heartland of America, and the state we're talking about is Nebraska. Known for its expansive cornfields and tranquil prairies, it's a place where you might expect to find the friendliest of folks. But alas, it seems the Cornhusker state isn't as warm as its summer weather. Many attribute this to the state's rural isolation and lack of social diversity, which can breed a certain insularity. Add in a dash of harsh Midwestern winters, and you've got a recipe for some icy attitudes. An interesting anecdote that underscores this is the so-called Nebraska nice. It's a term locals use, but don't be fooled. It's not about being cordial. It's about being polite to a fault, to the point where it feels almost robotic. This state might be a sight for sore eyes, but not quite a balm for the soul. We're almost at the top. The second most unfriendly state in the US is Pennsylvania. Now don't get us wrong, New Jersey is a beautiful place. It's got miles of stunning coastal lines, bustling cities, and charming small towns. But it seems the Garden State's hospitality isn't as blooming as its name suggests. You see, New Jersey has a bit of a reputation, known for its fast-paced lifestyle and a certain, let's say, brusqueness from its locals. It's often seen as a place where friendliness isn't the top priority. In fact, a recent survey suggested that visitors often found locals to be indifferent, if not downright rude. Remember the story of a tourist who lost his way in Newark and was given directions with a side of sarcasm? It's incidents like these that contribute to New Jersey's unfriendly image. With its stunning sights, it's a shame that this state's people aren't as warm as its landscapes. And now, the moment you've all been waiting for, the title for the most unfriendly state in the US goes to... Hold your breath, folks. It's none other than the icy, aloof, and distant Alaska. It's not just the geographical location that's distant, but the residents seem to have caught the bug too. Nestled in the farthest corner of the country, Alaska is known for its majestic landscapes, captivating wildlife, and unfortunately, its unfriendly aura. Alaska's unfriendliness is not so much about people being rude, but more about the rugged individualism that's deeply ingrained in the Alaskan spirit. The locals have a strong live and let live attitude, which sometimes comes off as unfriendly to outsiders. But let's not forget, Alaska is a place where survival can be a challenge. Imagine living through months of darkness in winter and constant daylight in summer. It's enough to make anyone a tad bit frosty, wouldn't you say? Here's a little tidbit to highlight this. A survey revealed that when asked about the friendliness of their neighbors, many Alaskans responded with, "What neighbors?" It's a testament to the state's vastness and the isolation many people experience. So there you have it, the most unfriendly state in the US. But remember, every place has its pros and cons. It's all about the adventure and experience, isn't it?